Hello food lovers, welcome to another culinary journey. Today, we're diving into the heart of Greek cuisine with a dish that's bursting with flavor, history, and tradition. Lamb Kleftiko. Imagine tender, fall-off-the-bone lamb, slow-cooked to perfection with aromatic herbs, spices, and a touch of love. This is Kleftiko, a true testament to the simplicity, richness, and deliciousness of Greek cooking. Kleftiko, meaning stolen lamb, has a fascinating and somewhat romantic past. Legend has it that shepherds, unable to cook openly for fear of detection, would slow-cook lamb in hidden underground ovens, preserving the meat's moisture and flavor. This ancient method, passed down through generations, infuses the lamb with incredible tenderness and a depth of flavor that's simply irresistible, making every bite a piece of history. Get ready to embark on a culinary adventure as we recreate this classic Greek dish in your very own kitchen, bringing a piece of Greece to your home. It's easier than you think, and the result is a meal that will transport you straight to the sun-kissed shores of Greece, with every bite echoing the essence of Greek culture. So, let's gather our ingredients, embrace the spirit of Greek cooking, and get ready to create something truly special. Let's get cooking. Before we begin our Greek culinary adventure, let's round up the key players, the ingredients that will come together to create the magic of Kleftiko. This traditional Greek dish is a celebration of flavors and aromas, and each ingredient plays a crucial role in building its unique profile. First and foremost, you'll need about 2 kilograms of boneless lamb shoulder, cut into large chunks. This cut is perfect for slow cooking, as it becomes incredibly tender and flavorful. The lamb is the star of the show, providing a rich, succulent base for our dish. Make sure to get high-quality lamb from a trusted butcher. The quality of the meat will significantly impact the final taste and texture of your Kleftiko. Next, we have the lifeblood of Greek cooking, extra virgin olive oil. Use about 1/4 cup for that rich, fruity flavor. Olive oil not only adds depth but also helps in tenderizing the meat and blending all the flavors together. We'll use 2 large onions roughly chopped to add a sweet and savory base to our dish. Onions are essential in creating a flavorful foundation, releasing their natural sugars as they cook. No Greek dish is complete without garlic. Crush 4 to 5 cloves to release their pungent aroma. Garlic adds a robust flavor that complements the lamb perfectly. The juice of 2 lemons will add a vibrant, citrusy kick to cut through the richness of the lamb. Lemon juice not only brightens the dish but also balances the flavors, making each bite refreshing. Fresh herbs are essential for that authentic Greek flavor. Grab a handful each of fresh rosemary, oregano, and thyme. These herbs infuse the dish with their aromatic oils, creating a fragrant and flavorful experience. A teaspoon each of ground cumin and coriander will add warmth and depth to our Kleftiko. These spices bring a subtle earthiness that enhances the overall flavor profile. We'll use 400 grams of chopped canned tomatoes for their sweetness and acidity. Tomatoes add a rich, tangy element that complements the other ingredients beautifully. A splash of dry white wine, about 1/2 cup, adds complexity and depth to the sauce. The wine helps to deglaze the pan, lifting all those delicious browned bits and incorporating them into the sauce. Cut 1 kilogram of potatoes into large chunks to soak up all those delicious juices as they cook. The potatoes will become tender and flavorful, absorbing the rich sauce and adding a hearty element to the dish. Remember, cooking is all about using the best quality ingredients you can find. It makes a world of difference in the final result. Fresh, high-quality ingredients ensure that your Kleftiko will be bursting with flavor and authenticity. So, take your time to select the best produce, meats, and herbs available. Now that we have our ingredients prepped and ready, let's turn our attention to the star of the show, the lamb. First, pat the lamb chunks dry with paper towels. This helps them brown beautifully later on. Next, generously season the lamb with salt, pepper, cumin, and coriander. Don't be shy with the seasoning. It's what infuses the lamb with flavor. Heat the olive oil in a large, heavy-bottom pot or Dutch oven over medium-high heat. Once the oil is shimmering, add the lamb chunks in batches, ensuring not to overcrowd the pot. Sear the lamb on all sides until it develops a gorgeous golden brown crust. This caramelization is key for creating deep, savory flavors in our Kleftiko. Once browned, remove the lamb from the pot and set it aside. Don't worry if it's not cooked through. It'll continue to cook slowly in the oven later. With the lamb nicely browned, it's time to build the foundation of flavor in our pot. The browning process not only locks in the juices, but also creates a rich caramelized crust that will enhance the overall taste of our dish. Reduce the heat to medium and add the chopped onions to the same pot, allowing them to soften and sweeten for about 5 to 7 minutes. The onions will release their natural sugars, adding a subtle sweetness that balances the savory lamb. Stir in the crushed garlic and cook for another minute until fragrant. Garlic, with its pungent aroma, will infuse the dish with a depth of flavor that is both robust and comforting. Garlic and onions, the base of so many amazing dishes, add a wonderful depth to the Kleftiko. This combination is a classic in Mediterranean cooking, known for its ability to elevate any dish. Next, pour in the white wine, scraping up any browned bits from the bottom of the pot. The wine not only deglazes the pan but also adds a layer of acidity that brightens the flavors. These bits are packed with flavor. They are the essence of the lamb and onions, concentrated into tiny morsels that will dissolve into the sauce. Simmer for a few minutes to allow the alcohol to cook off. This step ensures that the wine's flavor remains without the harshness of the alcohol. Now, add the chopped tomatoes, lemon juice, and fresh herbs to the pot. The tomatoes will break down and meld with the other ingredients, while the lemon juice adds a zesty kick. Season generously with salt and pepper, then give everything a good stir. The salt will enhance all the flavors, and the pepper adds a hint of spice. This vibrant mixture of tomatoes, lemon, and herbs is what will transform into a luscious, flavor-packed sauce as the Kleftiko cooks. The slow cooking process will allow all the flavors to meld together, creating a dish that is both rich and complex. Section 5, Wrapping Up the Treasure, a parcel of flavors. Traditionally, Kleftiko is cooked in parchment paper, which helps to trap the steam and create an incredibly moist and tender result. If you don't have parchment paper, you can use aluminum foil instead. Carefully transfer the seared lamb chunks back into the pot with the tomato and herb mixture. Make sure the lamb is nestled amongst the vegetables and coated in the sauce. Tear off a large sheet of parchment paper or aluminum foil and place it directly on top of the lamb and vegetables. Crimp the edges of the parchment paper to seal it tightly, creating a parcel. This will ensure that all those incredible flavors stay locked inside as the lamb cooks. Section 6, The Slow Dance of Cooking, Kleftiko in the Oven. Preheat your oven to 160 degrees Celsius or 325 degrees Fahrenheit. Carefully transfer the pot, with the parchment paper sealed tightly, to the oven. Now comes the hardest part, waiting. Allow the Kleftiko to cook slowly in the oven for 3 to 4 hours. This slow cooking is the key to achieving melt-in-your-mouth tender lamb, and allows all those wonderful flavors to meld together beautifully. The aroma that will fill your kitchen as the Kleftiko cooks is absolutely divine. It's a sure sign that something truly special is happening in the oven. Section 7. Checking for tenderness, the moment of truth. After 3 to 4 hours, it's time to check on our Kleftiko. Carefully remove the pot from the oven. Remember, it will be extremely hot, so use oven mitts. Gently pierce the parchment paper with a knife to release the steam. Be careful of the hot steam. Now, for the moment of truth, check the lamb. It should be incredibly tender, almost falling apart. If it's not quite there yet, simply reseal the parchment paper and return it to the oven for another 30 minutes to an hour. Once the lamb is perfectly tender, remove the parchment paper completely. Section 8. Unveiling the aromatic masterpiece. With the lamb cooked to perfection, it's time to add the finishing touches. Remember those potatoes we prepped earlier? Now's their time to shine. Toss the potato chunks with a drizzle of olive oil, salt, and pepper. Scatter them around the lamb in the pot. Return the pot to the oven, uncovered this time, and roast for another 45 to 60 minutes, or until the potatoes are golden brown and cooked through. As the potatoes roast, the lamb will continue to soak up all those incredible flavors from the sauce, resulting in a dish that's both comforting and bursting with taste. Section 9. Serving up a slice of grease accompaniments. While the Kleftiko finishes cooking, let's talk about how to serve this Greek feast. Kleftiko is traditionally served with simple, flavorful sides that complement the richness of the lamb. A simple Greek salad with juicy tomatoes, cucumbers, olives, and feta cheese is the perfect, refreshing accompaniment. Crusty bread is a must for soaking up all that delicious sauce. And for a truly authentic Greek experience, serve your Kleftiko with a dollop of creamy, tangy Greek yogurt. Section 10. Kleftiko, a legacy of flavors and tradition. As you savor each bite of your homemade Kleftiko, take a moment to appreciate the rich history and tradition behind this incredible dish. Kleftiko is more than just a meal, it's a symbol of Greek culture, resourcefulness, and the joy of sharing good food with loved ones. The flavors of Kleftiko, born from humble beginnings, have stood the test of time, passed down through generations of Greek families. It's a dish that evokes memories of sunny days, warm hospitality, and the simple pleasures of life. Section 11. Bringing a taste of Greece to your table. So there you have it, a taste of Greece in your very own kitchen. Lamb Kleftiko, with its tender lamb, aromatic herbs, and rich history, is a dish that's sure to impress your family and friends. Gather your ingredients, embrace the simplicity of Greek cooking, and transport yourself to the sun-drenched shores of Greece with every delicious bite. Kali orexi, that's Greek for bon appetit.